And just to give you a little bit more background about Voices for Children in San Diego and our C.A.S.A or Court Appointed Special Advocate program. So some historical background. In around 1976, a juvenile court judge in Seattle had a very difficult decision in front of him with one of his cases. And he felt he had insufficient information that was needed to make what would essentially be a life-changing decision for a 3-year-old before his bench who had suffered from abuse. And after reflecting for a long time on how he could gather more information for future cases, he came up with the idea and model for what would eventually become the Court Appointed Special Advocate or C.A.S.A program to train volunteers to gather information for the juvenile court to represent the best interests of children in the foster care system. For a child who is intellectually and academically gifted, perhaps it's sometimes difficult for a school to understand or maybe pursue how anxiety could affect a child who, from all outward appearances, should be able to succeed. And I think maybe it's a little more challenging to conceive at that point of how a child who is academically gifted needs support and what kind of support could make a difference. So I think in this instance, a teenager had tried to advocate for herself. She'd met with somewhat limited success. And what we were starting to see was maybe a little bit of giving up and feeling defeated and stepping back from the process.
Sure.
And that's where our C.A.S.As really can come into play. And there is more of a need than ever for support for children in foster care, as we're seeing the ripple effects from COVID and some maybe problems that have arisen for our case children during that time.